Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For a radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also joining us online worldwide via our podcast at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. We're glad you all could be with us as well. We're excited to welcome back best-selling author B.B. Alston to our broadcast today. You guys know him from the series featuring Amari. He has a new book that's out now called Amari and the Despicable Wonders. We're going to talk to B.B. not only about what it's been like for him to see the success of the series, but also what it's been like for him to be able to see the way that Amari is evolving and the new set of situations she finds herself in the new book. If you guys have not gotten Amari and the Despicable Wonders for yourself yet, we'll remind you how you can do that and stay connected with BB. But BB, thank you again for the time. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you back on with us. Congratulations on the new book. I had a chance to read it, and we're definitely going to remind our audience how they can be to get it for themselves. I want to talk about the journey of Amari. What has it been like for you to see the way that your readers of all ages, BB, are responding to your main character?
Oh, it's been really rewarding. You know, it starts off as just like a little voice in your head, and you kind of put it on paper and hope, you know, that people resonate, her story resonates with people, and it's been really fascinating to see, you know, people of all ages email me at letters and even in person at events. It's been really cool.
So how did this journey begin, BB? For those who are just kind of catching up, how did Amari first come to you?
Well, I was watching Men in Black, actually, and I just had the idea, like, you know, what if it wasn't just aliens? You know, what if it was all the supernatural creatures living among us? Like, how would that agency work then? How would it be different? And what if kids could attend? And so I just kind of threw all that together, and I kind of created this little crazy world, you know, where there's like all these cool different departments, like the Department of the Dead, they're ringing up zombies and stuff like that. And so that's really where it started. And then I had the idea of Amari, and then we kind of took off for the races.
Love that. And definitely, as you mentioned, the readers have definitely gravitated to the series, you know, so much so the book has become, you know, a New York Times best-selling series. What was that like for you? I mean, it's one thing for you to be in love with these characters, BB. What was it like for you to see not only the attention from readers, but the critical acclaim the series has been getting?
Honestly, it kind of blew me away, honestly, right? Because, like I said before, like, when you're writing it, you just don't know. You write a story for yourself. You write the things that make you happy, make you laugh, that you find exciting, and you just hope that other people feel the same when they read it. And so, to get the critical acclaim, you know, get the star reviews, and to see it on the bestseller list, and then to see book 2 hit number 1 on the bestseller list, I mean, that was like, you know, kind of really, really gratifying. You know, I'm really grateful.
Yeah. The thing that struck me, and I'm so glad I had a chance to read Amari and the Despicable Wonders before this conversation with you, BB, because there are certain themes in here that I thought about you, but I also thought about the audience. I want to start off with you because there's an interesting scene that happens in the book where Amari is having a conversation with the character Lucas. And basically what Amari wants Lucas to be able to do is to be able to teleport into this home. And what Lucas says made me think about you in this conversation. Lucas told her, I got to be able to picture a person or a place for my magic to work. And so I want to talk about that. I mean, what is it like for you to be able to, as you said, to come up with something and then to be able to see it kind of come to life?
I mean, it's amazing. Honestly, you know, you put your heart into it. You know, you put it together. You just hope it resonates. I don't know. I'm speechless because every time I think about it, it kind of blows me away that, you know, something I wrote can resonate with so many people. So it's amazing. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, too, with that scene, BB, that it also shows the power of imagination. Is it also what you want, especially younger readers, to realize, the power that they have just with their minds and what they can create?
Yeah, I think Amari, you know, there's so much myths and magic, but I think the core of the story is just Amari learned to believe in herself, learn to have self-acceptance, and then you kind of find her voice and what she's capable of. And I think, I think it kind of plays out over the course of the story. And even though the whole series, you kind of see where she started and where she ends up. And so I think, you know, like you said, the power of imagination is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. There's another interesting thing I thought about when it comes to the reader, BB, with this book, because, and I'm going to talk around this, but you'll know what I'm talking about, even those in Amari's world, though, are not convinced to be able to assist because of what people are. Literally, people that she loves, and you know what I'm referring to, don't want to help because of they're being magicians, even though they're literally blood with her. You know what I'm saying? There's that idea of being discriminatory just because of what someone is. Talk to us about that theme in this book, because it's an interesting thread, because it really shows how in the world, even the real world, how we have people who may like someone and what they believe, but because of what they are, that they will not be able to show their support. What was it like for you to see how it plays out with Amari and the characters?
Yeah, I think even from the first book, I tried to infuse the theme of otherness and how we view people that aren't like us. Whether it's we see it in our everyday lives as adults. Whether that's it comes to class or religion or political beliefs. If somebody's not like us, we're quick to dismiss them, and we have prejudice against people who aren't like us. And I thought that was just a powerful way to just show how deep those kind of passions can go, like those thoughts and emotions can go. When even your own family, you want to dismiss them because they're this thing that you have all these preconceived notions about. And so I think that's important for kids to see. I feel like it's kind of when it's just magic and magician, it's kind of a harmless way to explore it. But it's also really important to see how that plays on both sides, like how that works.
Right.
How he reacts, how she reacts to it, and then his thoughts behind it too. I think that's a really important message for kids to learn for sure.
Yeah. I mean, when I got to that scene, BB, it was like, talk about saying the quiet part out loud, right? I mean,
yeah.
For him to actually have to say it, and I think that's why I wanted to bring this up, because I thought that was so interesting, because a lot of people, that they may not support you or, like you for a certain reason, but for them to actually have to articulate that is definitely one thing.
Yeah,
but one thing we
absolutely.
will say, to speak kind of broadly about this series, BB, is that we're seeing how, as I mentioned earlier, Amari grows into herself, and she's willing to do what's right, even if she has to do it alone. Talk to us about that theme and what that's been like for you to see how not only young people have responded to that, BB, but also how parents have responded to that message for their children.
Yeah, absolutely. I think doing what's right isn't always the easy thing. And I think, seeing Amari have to confront that several times throughout the series and the book is important. I think I hope Amari is somewhat of a role model for kids. I think, she tries to do what's right. She tries to do the right thing even when sometimes it gets impossible odds, even if her friends might disagree with her or her family might disagree. I mean, when she knows that in her heart it's the right thing, she tries to do that. And I think, kids and parents have commented to me about how important that is.
Yeah. So, last thing I want to talk to you about, BB, and again, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to let our audience know how they could be able to get the book. I want to talk about, for yourself, about messaging, because I know you love these characters, but for you, do the messages, are they intentional for you as you're writing, or is it something that just comes out as the story kind of unfolds?
I think a lot of times I'll start off with certain messages I want to get across, like like I said, the theme of otherness, that's really important to the series. And then sometimes you'll be in the course of a scene, and then the idea will come. And you're like, man, this would be a great way to show this or show that. And so I think it's kind of a balance of both. And I think as long as you get the right message in there, I think audience will resonate with it.
No, that's such a great thing. Again, everyone, BB Alston has been our guest. His newest book is Amari and the Despicable Wonders, already an Amazon bestseller, so make sure you guys get your copy of the book. BB, how can our audience stay connected with you?
You can find me online at bbaustin.com, or you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at bb_Austin.
BB, congratulations to you again, man. Glad to be able to speak with you, and looking forward to our next chat together.
All right, thanks so much, man.
You're more than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.